There it is. The crown. The very thing that has been amplifying the Netherbrain's power. And the very place that...
What the fuck are the few... You are spectacular.
Crown lies ahead. Now's our chance to dominate it. Cast the spell.
Smell blood. Easy as.
Let's kick evil's ass.
leader.
Joy dominates.
Heading there.
Its This is it. Its will is weakening.
Got to keep fighting.
My will is its. Yield. Surrender.
A rift! Move! Destroy it from within! There you are, you wretched thing! Time to die! This is a chance. Farewell to the Netherbrain.
Execute. Baldur's Gate is made of.
Heading out.
Reunite.
swords meet sorcery.
Incoming. This isn't the way.
No! Resist. Impossible. Pain! Fear! Terror! Reconsider. Assess. Implore. Surrender!
Subdued at last, it begs for its life.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute!
It pleads because it knows I am its master. I will finish this.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of the Emperor's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
I must obey. I must end.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn lithids. rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. You can feel your tadpole burning, and the power it granted you starting to wane. Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity. Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
We did it! We actually did it! And the city's still standing?
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mizora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
It's over. It's truly over.
Against all odds, we cured ourselves. Free from the parasite. Free from the prospect of seramorphosis. I can hardly believe it. We will not become accursed Illithids.
Not to cast any slight on you, of course. Your form rather suits you.
It makes little difference to me. I did what I had to secure my freedom. And in spite of your resistance to evolution, you have proved a good ally. I'm glad you think so. I did my best.
Skvar, you may have succeeded, but I have failed. Gith's son is dead, and Vlaakith has abandoned me. I will be hunted by her Inquisition to the ends of the world. I must leave. I have nothing more to gain by being here. The world looms before me. Never has it felt so vast.
Look, the Githyanki take flight.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city. smouldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Gionthar. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. The power of Karsus would be in my hands. But what then? What would I do with it once I have it? I promise, you'll have your fill of divinity at my hands, and I at yours, I hope, but only in the metaphorical sense. A wise man learns from his mistakes and strives not to repeat them. I shall bring the crown to Mystra. If this adventure has taught me anything, it's that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. You, for example. You're always wiser than me when it mattered most. Besides, growing quite fond of this merry band of ours, but I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Mystra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
Now you're talking. After all that, I think I'll need a drink in each hand and a third on the table. But I think right of choosing should fall to you. What'll it be?
Excellent. Let's see if the elf song's still standing. Their Golden Sands brew goes down real easy.
I will not be joining you. I fear my presence will be no more welcome in the streets of the city than it ever was. I will miss you, too.
Now that you no longer live in each other's minds, it's hard to tell if the Mind Flayer is being sincere, though perhaps no harder than it ever was.
A lot of people died, so we could get to this moment. Let's go find somewhere to offer them a toast.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you. Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do?
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid empire, no death god's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
It's curious. After all the wonders and monstrosities we've witnessed, waking beside you seems more unreal than any of it. I've forgotten what it felt like to greet a sunrise without fear of it being my last. Soon, I'll deliver the crown to Mystra and be rid of the Orb at long last. I'll be free. I do feel like a new man. I was going to speak to you about that, as a matter of fact. I've decided to drop this whole Gale of Waterdeep business. It's a bit pompous, don't you think? You're now in the company of plain old Gale Dekarius, a most brilliant wizard of intentionally limited renown. At your service. There remains only one matter to be resolved. For me, at least. There remains only one matter to be resolved. For me, at least. I love you. More than I've ever loved anyone, mortal or immortal. And you've proven your love for me in more ways than even the greatest mathematicians would dare to count. I understand your purpose lies here, but I fear if I return to Waterdeep alone, my heart would remain here with you. And so, if you're at all amenable to the idea, I thought I could, perhaps, stay. There might even be room for 2 Dekariuses in Baldur's Gate. You will? Oh, thank goodness for that. We'll need to make the arrangements, of course. The Dekarius clan is scattered far and wide, and you'll have invites of your own to send out, I'm sure. But that's all to come. The day is young, and there are thousands more days ahead of us.
Six months from the fall of the Netherbrain, you were hosting a grand masquerade in the refurbished ballroom of Cazador's palace. A young elf wearing an ivory mask in the guise of a skinless skull handed you a note as he passed you in the crowd. An invitation written in a frail hand, inviting you to a gathering of the friends and allies who stood with you against the Absolute. You'll attend this little party, of course. But how appalling that they didn't ask you to be the host. It would have been spectacular.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
I cannot remember the last time I heard the ballad of the endless spring performed. Now there's a ditty worthy of a knee slap. I must be careful to not overindulge tonight, lest I lose control and slip into bear form.
New days, old friends. There's no greater joy.
For this.
You made it!
You're quite certain I look acceptable. Turns out rather a lot of my clothes are a bit blood-stained. Can't think why. Well, I didn't want you showing up with an ink-stained professor on your arm. Not in such esteemed company. I won't keep you to myself for too long. But while I have you, I want to say thank you for encouraging me to attend this evening. I confess, when I left Waterdeep, there was a part of me afraid that I might regret my decision. But I never have. Chance to see life through your eyes as well as my own. It's been everything I hoped it would be. I'm delighted to be here amongst friends again. But part of me is reluctant to step away from our new life, even for such a gathering as this. I won't deny our living arrangements have taken some getting used to, though you remain a ray of metaphorical sunshine amidst the darkness as ever. I don't know where to begin in telling people what we've been up to. I suspect they won't believe me. But only in the pursuit of other pleasures besides the study of magic. Writing, painting, spot of knitting. Oh, never been so relaxed. Our lives are certainly a far cry from the one I once pictured. Even now, with the orb's fires quelled by Mister at last, I scarcely dare believe it. Before we met, I fear I was rather stuck in my ways. And stuck inside my tower with a
world-shattering orb of magic sealed within my chest, to be fair to myself. I was afraid to so much as dream of a night like this. To hope that my life might amount to more than lonely, bitter disappointment. And then I found you. Standing here, now, I no longer see the people we were. Frightened, desperate, alone. We changed. We survived. And we did it together. I've missed them. I've missed this. I'm not sure I'll ever get over my good fortune in that respect. You are the happiness I never dreamed I could deserve. God knows we suffered for our salvation. But it was worth it, wasn't it? We did something incredible. And wherever life takes us, we'll carry the memory of that with us forever. Now, much as I could spend an eternity in your company, we see plenty of each other already. Tempting as it is to keep you all to myself, would be terrible company if we didn't mingle for at least part of the evening. I love you. Now go on, before I change my mind.
Tastes like bile. What is wrong with you?
Serves you right. Next time, ask before you bite. Get off!
Now, there's a face I know well indeed.
Darling, I wasn't sure you'd make it. I am a person. Of course, we'd love to see yourself and Gale more often, but you keep him so very busy, and who wouldn't? He's such a precious fellow. All I ever want. Well, then I'll just have now.
Ah. Well, now. You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same Baldurian. No, though she spends more time locking up... Honest... A fine spot for an adventure to begin. I'll find... For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Oh, I must...
You see, Boo? I told you our friend was near.
Gods. Oh, I suppose a vampire ascendant has no time for battle, if a healthy taste for blood. A pity you can't join me in I don't suppose you'd indulge me. I won't lie. So, now, that ranger's left a mountain of corpses in his... You want to hear about the steg... Wizard... The... Right? Yep, I plunged a blade into the left eye. But the people we were, if I had to do it all, they're like Baines, he's still Valet. May they all take it. Go on, all waste us.
There you are. Starting to wonder if you'd show up. What can I say? We shared... You feel a little more substantial than before. I'm glad you... I had no doubt. I found a little cottage. Abandoned. 4 dogs. Just don't tell Halsin that. Sorry, I'm rambling. I couldn't have said it better. I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all. Really? I thought you might take up knitting or... Of course I'm not surprised, Astarion. Hopefully these meetups will become a regular occurrence. Don't After all, we've faced... Oh! As if... Go on.
You are unable to speak.